Hey everybody, come on in. I got my hair cut yesterday. Yep, looking fine. They got tickled at me at the beauty shop. I said, I've got wings. And Melanie, who owns the shop, she said, leave it to the fly lady to tell everybody she's got wings. So I took them copies of my book, and they were excited to get it. So here we are. It's Thursday, and I've got a list of questions, everybody. So get on in here. And let's see. Let me tell you about our sales. Multi-wand, half price, $7.97, I think it is. And then dishcloths, dish towels, they're half price too. And then we have our carpet sweeper, which is the best tool in the world. I just sent out the most amazing testimonial. She had a bunch of cats and 3 dogs. She's got me beat. I got 2 cats, 2 dogs, and I love this tool. And then it's $8. It's $21.95. There's Liz. I'm glad she's feeling better. She's still kind of weak. She needs to get some liquids in her. So everybody keep saying prayers for Liz and the whole family. They're all puny. Here, something flying over my house. It better not be a drone. Because you know what I do with drones flying over my house? I go get the shotgun. And I'll shoot them. Because I learned how to shoot a shotgun. Anyway, I don't want any drones flying over my house. No drones. Okay, let's see. What else we got going on here? Thank you to everybody who has shared a review of my the Chaos Cure book that's up on Amazon and in bookstores everywhere. Thank you so much. Your reviews mean... Uh-oh. That was a handle for the carpet sweeper. Thank you so much. Y'all have made my day, my year so far. So... if you've read the book and hadn't posted a review, please do that. Please do it. Because they're like big hugs from you. A horse, a donkey, and chickens, and 1 fish. We used to have a bunch of fish, but something ate them. It's called a great blue heron. Landed in our front pond and harvested all my goldfish. Yep, it was awful. I cried. It was awful. Now, people have been telling me, well, we got one email that said, you can get Post-it note in a tape, and I ordered some off of Amazon. Post-it note. Wait. What book got posted there? The Chaos. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Blue Post-it note tape. I love it. Now, so in honor of Fly Lady Liz, here's what we're going to do. What's the best way to disinfect homes to keep colds and flu away? I'm looking for tips to disinfect hard and soft surfaces. Well, the main thing... well, let me tell you a little bit about what happened this morning. This morning we had to get up really early because our grandchildren are going to be in a Shakespeare play, Romeo and Juliet. And Ethan, my 16-year-old grandson, is going to be Romeo. So Nona can't miss Ethan in his big role. And Sarah's going to be one of the Juliets. So you just kind of, you gotta go. Well, all the tickets were sold out, and it's a small venue, And I know all the parents want to go, so I went to dress rehearsal. Robert and I went to dress rehearsal this morning. And dress rehearsals can be really fun. Having worked at the Brevard Music Center for 2 summers, I loved going to dress rehearsals. It was just a hoot. Now, we get there, and in the middle of the performance, the Juliet gets sick. Now, whether it's nerves or a stomach bug, who knows? But she wasn't feeling well. And so the mothers that were there saying, oh, we got to hand sanitize. We got to get out the hand sanitizer. We got to, and I wouldn't even go to the bathroom that the poor child went to. I didn't even want to be around it. But the best way to disinfect, what's the best way to disinfect our homes to keep colds and flu away? It's not so much about the houses. It's our hands. We've got to learn to wash our hands. And wash our hands when we come in the house. From when we've been someplace else. And as your children get older, teach them about the use of hand sanitizer to kill these germs. We have got to learn to wash our hands. Every time we transition into the house, we've got to wash our hands. This is a good habit to get into. Now, once the germ is in your house, as Michelle used to do, she would get out the Lysol. I mean, she sprayed everything with Lysol. And when she was at the office, she sprayed everything with Lysol. I don't know if it does any good, but washing your hands down. Now, for those soft surfaces, the couches and things, if you got sick people in the house, put some sheets out. Number one, they're going to be touching the sheets, and the sheets can go in hot water. Sheets can go in hot water in the washing machine. Number two, if they get sick, there's a sheet there. So please cover your furniture so you can take care of some stuff. Now, I like to take a purple rag, and I can soak it in some alcohol, just plain old rubbing alcohol, and rub things down. But we're hardly ever sick. The sickest I've been was a few years ago, and I got sick on the road. And now I have a sick bag that I carry with me when I travel. It's a huge bag. I can't carry with me on a plane, but when I'm in a truck, I've got everything I need, from rubber gloves, a hazmat suit. Yes, I have a hazmat suit. Because when we were traveling at this time, there was Ebola was out into the world, and you just never know. You never know. So washing your hands is the number one way, and wash your children's hands too, because they get into all kinds of stuff at school, all kinds of stuff. I guess that's one of the virtues of being homeschooled, is you're not around as many germs, but then sometimes it's good to get some of those rhinoviruses out of the way when you're little. Yep, menus in restaurants. I like to, in fact, when I go around a buffet that I like to go to, I use a napkin in my hand. I touch a salt shaker with a napkin, and then I don't touch that napkin again. So learning, I don't touch doors. I push with my elbow. I pull with my shirt tail in my hand so that I'm not touching the actual door handle that 1,000 other people have touched. So yes, vitamin C, I don't know about zinc, but vitamin C does a good job, and you can get a canister of vitamin C for little or nothing on Amazon, and you can put it in your tea. It tastes like you've got lemon juice in your tea, and it is a great way to get some good vitamin C in you. Now, let's get back to these questions. Best way to disinfect. Well, I like to use my purple rags. I really do. Hot soapy water is one of the best ways to wash down your counters, wash your windows. I don't use soap on my windows. I just use plain water. But you just be surprised at how much stuff you can get rid of. Okay, next question. Any ideas on packing light for a 3-day trip to Florida? Driving with husband and dog. Well, I would figure out the outfits you're going to wear each day. And there's some great packing videos on YouTube. I just love watching them. And the thing is, you lay your pants out or your shorts out, and you wrap your t-shirt around it, put your socks and underwear in it, roll it up, and you got a little capsule about like this for your whole outfit. You need to layer up, so you need a sweater or a jacket to go with whatever you're going to take. So you'd have 3 outfits. Maybe you need to dress things up a little bit at night to go to dinner. And I would take a pair of black jeans, and then you can change things up just a little bit. But the clothes for packing for 3 days should be about in an overnight bag, pretty much. And then I always have my toiletry bag ready to go. I mean, it's always ready to go. And it sits in my bathroom. It gets restocked every time I come home from a trip. And there you have it. All I got to do is, and with the laundry being done, you have no problem getting dressed to lace up shoes. None. Your dress to lace up shoes, you could walk out the door if somebody said, hey, let's go down to Helen, Georgia, which Robert likes to do. And I could be packed in probably 5 minutes to be on a trip. Because all I would have to do is grab my iPad, my phone, my charger, which I have that in my toiletries bag because I have it ready to stocked and ready to go. There's Barb. Is it cold where you live, sweetie? She lives in Minnesota. So, folks, packing is easy when your laundry's done. That's half the battle. Okay. I have hardwood floors. I heard to only use water to clean. How do you clean your hardwood floors? I use water. I use this mop with this chenille mop cloth on it, and I wet the chenille mop cloth, put it on my mop, and then I do the floors without even sweeping first. Saves me a step. And then I can either take this outside and take my rubber scrubber and comb it real good, brush it, or I can rinse it off with the sprayer in my kitchen sink. Some people get grossed out by that, but my sink's always clean because I disinfect it after I do it. And there you have it. I have wonderful clean floors all the time. All the time. Now, one thing I want you to, going back to being sick, when you turn the heat on in the fall, you need to start humidifying the air in your house. Because when you start taking all the moisture out of your air, you're going to cause your sinuses to get dry, and you're going to get sinus infections. Hear that, Sister Patty? Yep. You need humidity in your air so you don't get sinus infections. She's just recovering from one. And when your sinuses are irritated, that means they're cracked on the inside and germs can get in. So keeping them moist, and if you don't have a humidifier or you can't boil water without burning water, you have to set a timer if you're going to have water boiling on the stove. If you can't do either one of those things, get some plain saline nose spray and label everybody's nose spray and do it a couple times a day, and it's going to keep your sinuses moist and you won't get sick. Or I don't get sick. Okay. Your shop has so many great tools. Which one is your top seller? You're not going to believe this. I just looked it up for the last 13 years. I did a search. Our calendar is our top selling tool. Yep, you heard me right. Calendar is the top selling tool. Next, and it's probably because we've had this longer than anything, it's the rubber scrubber. Rubber scrubber. And after that, purple rags and then silver rags. That's our top 4 things. By a lot. So, folks, we have some great tools and they can motivate you to get some stuff done. But if you don't pick them up and you don't use them, you're not going to find the peace that you need in your life. Because you continually procrastinate because of your perfectionism. And next, this is the last question I have. So if you have any more questions, you need to post them here and let Patty and Liz get them to me in Slack. Let me get my Slack up. Slack is going, which needs to be updated on this iPad. There we go. So the last question I have on my little list here is, how long should my morning routine typically take? Mine takes 15 minutes. Start to finish. Here's how it goes. Feet hit the floor. I make the bed up. Or my side of the bed, because sometimes Robert's not out of it yet. And I'll go back and do the rest of it. Go to the bathroom. My clothes are laid out. Now, I take a bath at night, so I don't have to shower in the morning. I do have to wet my hair down, because sometimes it's sticking straight up. I do the swish and swipe in the bathroom. I grab a load of clothes, because Robert's out of the shower. I can go put them in the washing machine. And there, I grab some. Robert's got my coffee making. I can run my mop real fast while the coffee's brewing. And then I'm ready to sit down. It's just that quick. So it's a total of about 15 minutes. If I put on makeup and stuff, which a lot of times first thing in the morning I do that because I'm going to do a show about 11 o'clock. I try to get that done so I can work until I get ready to do a show. So you see, having your routine where it just flows one thing into the next makes it so easy on you, because we establish a simple habit each month. And tomorrow is the first day of February. And I've been preaching this for the last week. Our goal is to declutter in February. Declutter. And somebody asked, when are we going to start the 40 bags in 40 days? You can start anytime you want. I didn't set a time on it. But start marking it on your calendar. If you do 1 bag, put a big old 1. I have the most beautiful calendar in my bathroom right now. I have every day for the whole month of January, which today is the 30th. I hadn't thought of it all day. Today's my sister's birthday. Today's the 31st of January. And I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying to be really strong. Sometimes you just have to take a big old deep breath. Every day for the whole month of January, I have gone up and down my basement steps 10 times. If you'd have told me I could do that, I would have told you were crazy. So let's focus on doing 1 bag of trash or giveaways each day. Doesn't have to be both. It's just one bag. 40 bags in 40 days. Now, Lent starts in March, like the 5th of March, which is Dina's birthday. We don't have to wait till Lent to get rid of our clutter. Our habit for February is getting rid of our clutter. Do it in 27 fleeing boogies and 5-minute room rescues and just running through the house and going through a hot spot. You can do this. And the more clutter you get away, the easier your routines are going to do. If you want to get rid of streaks on your windows, use a purple rag. That's all you got to do is use a purple rag with just plain water. You don't have to use Windex. You don't have to use anything. Just plain water. Go look at my video with Harley. Look for a video named Dirty Doors. Do a Google search. Do a search on YouTube with Fly Lady and Dirty Doors, and you'll see me clean the muddiest windows you have ever seen. Let's see. I think somebody posted me a question. Will you do more cooking videos? I love them. I might. Do you have to be careful with how much water is on the mop for the floor? Well, I take the mop and I wring it out. Now, my floors are sealed pretty good. They were pre-done. I don't put tons of water on the floor, but it evaporates. Do you wash your rags in the net? No, I do not wash my rags in the mesh, but I have a lot of purple rags. Trust me, I have a lot of them. And I have a hamper in the basement where I take them after they're dry because I don't like to throw wet things in a hamper. And when I get that thing about half full, I'll do a small load of just purple rags, silver rags, and pink rags. And that way I don't have to wash them with anything else, with the mesh bag. And even with the mesh bag, you do not want to wash them with towels or anything. But I wash mine out in the sink. Sometimes I wash mine out in the bathtub. Water only keeps those things from streaking. Do the purple rags really do leave? Yes, they really do. Go look at my video. Liz or Patty, post that video of Harley. Just search for Fly Lady and Dirty Doors, and you'll see Harley, my red bone hound that we rescued. Well, y'all don't have many questions today. It doesn't take long to clean it. Revisit preparing for emergencies. Well, I don't know really what you want me to say. I've said a lot of things. We have to be prepared for when storms hit. You need an alternate way to cook, whether it's a grill out on the back porch. You never bring a grill inside. Or I have a cooking surface that I can put in my fireplace. And by the way, the other day when Robert was at the Habitat for Humanity store and he found a grate for our fireplace, it was the best thing ever. I mean, it couldn't have fit better if he had measured everything. Yep, that's it. I've been waiting to hear from Ben today, our nephew who is in prison, and it was his mother who passed away. And I haven't heard from him today, so keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He's going to have a rough day. Any tips for getting the huggy? Okay, don't go there. Don't go there. Let me see who that was. Lacey. No. Single women take care of their routines without their husband. You don't need your husband to do anything. You really don't. You just got to quit whining about it. And when you quit whining about it, the most amazing thing is going to happen. You're going to see changes in him. But you got to zip it. And you got to quit treating your husband as if he was one of the children. That doesn't work either. Quit keeping score. It's your turn to do this. It's your turn to do that. I did it the last time. That's just whining. Don't do that. Stop it. You're pushing people away from you. Don't go there. Let's see. What if decluttering makes me sad? Well, might not be ready to let it go, or you could be having some PTSD from your childhood if you had a parent that got rid of everything, you may be feeling that anxiety. That's why I don't have you do a whole lot of decluttering at one time. And dealing with the things that were your mom's, that's difficult. But you can't keep everything. I have had people tell me, I've got the last Kleenex box my grandmother ever had. Well, she wouldn't want you holding on to a Kleenex box. But you have her memory. Oh, okay. Liz has posted something. How do I explain to my husband that the kids aren't responsible for housework? Well, they don't have to be responsible, but you've got to teach your children, you've got to give your children wings. Yeah, I had wings yesterday, but you've literally got to give your children the wings to be able to learn how to do things without you being a perfectionist and driving everybody away. So, getting your children involved when they're young is going to get them more excited. Kids love to mop with our mop because the handle can be reduced to their size and they can push it all over the floor. Even if they're just playing, they're still getting something done. Remember this, housework done incorrectly still blesses your family. Okay, next question. How long do you keep dish towels? I keep mine until they get so ratty looking that they need to be thrown away or burned up. I use cotton dish towels, and sometimes when I wipe out my iron skillets, they get a little rusty place on them, and then I have to put them all in some CLR or something and get them clean again. But our dish towels will bleach, and they do a great job. But I keep them for a long time. I probably got our original ones that had 3 sayings on them. Progress, not perfection. Just 15 minutes. I forget what the other one. Little ones like to help. They like to be a part of things. They like to make mommy happy. And when you teach them when they're young, they'll want to keep doing it. Trying to get back to what is the best way to clean mini blinds? Hold on a second. Let me reach down in the floor and get something. It wasn't working too well. This is the best way to clean mini blinds. Dry. Just do this dry. Close them all the way. Then turn them the other way and do this. If you have a feather duster, that works too. My son, and he's probably watching right now, started doing his laundry when he was 9 years old. He still does laundry to this day. So this thing is half price right now. Y'all just love it when I do these half price sales. Yes, it makes me sad and anxious to throw all this stuff away. Well, you don't have to throw everything away. You can give it away. Let me tell you about blessing someone else with your abundance. You give it new value. If you've spent money at yard sales or you've bought things full price and they have become clutter in your house, then it's hurting you. But if you tried to sell it at a yard sale, you would only get like 10 cents on the dollar for it, and then you'd even feel worse because you spent all that money on the item. But if you donate it, if you bless someone else with it, the value comes back to you because you've helped somebody. It makes your heart leap with joy to bless someone else. But don't hold on to things so long that you're trying to find the right person to give it to. That's just being a perfectionist again. So don't do that. Don't do that at all. Does the rubber sweeper handle fit the wand? Yes, it does. You have to unscrew this end. Let me get the handle right quick. I'll probably have it avalanche, y'all. Hey, I didn't. And the purple end screws right in to our handle here. See it? And then you have a wand that's, and this one's short right now. I'm touching the wall over here with the whole end of it. And you can't even see this end. I'm touching the ceiling from a seated position. That's how long this thing is. I was trying to adjust the flag on the wall because it was crooked. So, see? It's a great tool, and you can get the mop handle with it, and you can really reach things and clean things that you never thought possible without climbing up in a chair. Don't climb up in a chair. Don't do that. It's dangerous. Don't climb in a chair. If you've got to climb, get a nice step ladder, one that'll hold you. I have a really good one that I need to get up in the top of my cabinet where I keep my baking pans. I have started moving them down lower, the ones that are on the top shelf. So this is a great tool. Can you make a video about the 40 bags in 40 days or a 27 fling boogie? I rarely have enough things to do a 27 fling boogie anymore. But I want to encourage you to do that. Run around the house and take a bag and gather up 27 items to give away. Or gather up 27 items to throw away. You can do it. I want to see your videos. Put 27 fling boogie, tag me in it. Put them on Facebook, tag me in it. Put it on YouTube, tag me in it. It'll be fun. And then send me an email with a link to it. That's the best way. But I've already talked about the 40 bags in 40 days. And it's in our flight plan. For the last 3 days, it's been in our flight plan. And I talk about the 40 bags in 40 days. But just get rid of one little bag a day. It's going to make your life easier. The more clutter you can get out of your home, the easier it is for you to maintain and do your routines. And it's a simple habit to get into. And to keep the clutter at bay, when you bring something new home, get rid of something old. Say you get a new shirt. Get rid of 2 old shirts that you don't wear anymore. Put them in the same bag you brought them home with. Take them right out to the car and donate them. Next time you're out, drop them off at the Goodwill trailer. You can get rid of things just as fast as you bring it in. I used to do Saturday chores. The kids used to do Saturday chores. Not now that I'm using Fly. You don't have to do chores on Saturdays. You go have family fun day. That's the beauty of Fly. Don't waste your Saturday doing, I hate the word chores. Don't do that to yourself. We're blessing our homes. When we clean up after ourselves, when we get things done in our home, it makes our home welcoming and to our family and to our friends. Okay, folks, I've been talking for 40 minutes. Can you explain how getting dressed to shoes helps with depression? When we stay in our, as my granny used to say, gown tail all day, we feel like slugs. We just feel like slugs. So if you will get up and get dressed to your lace-up shoes, you fix your hair, put on a little makeup, maybe a little lipstick, maybe you need a little essential oil or some of your favorite perfume. I have to put on my earrings. We were laughing at each other this morning as we left the house at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is, we're not usually up by 8 o'clock, but we got up at 7 o'clock this morning. We were dressed and ready to go by 8 o'clock. And so we got down to the end of the driveway and to the stop sign, and Robert says, just tell me, how far would we have gotten if you had left your phone at home? What was the turning point? Where would we have had to turn back around? And I said, probably the stop sign at the end of the street. He said, I don't believe that for a minute. I think it's the bottom of our hill. So we laughed about that. And he said, well, okay, what about earrings? We're driving down the road. How long before we'd had to turn around and go home to get your earrings? Because I don't like to go out naked. I think I'm naked if I don't have on my earrings. And I said, we wouldn't have to turn around and go home because in my purse, I have a backup pair. And he just died laughing that I had a backup pair of earrings. And I said, well, honey, when I dropped my backup pair of earrings, I dented one of them because they're hollow. And I put them in my little backup container so that I said slugs. I said slugs. Slugs are slow. When you have on your jammies, you feel slow. That's just, you feel like a slug. And so we got to thinking about, if we went through the checklist, honey, you have your wallet. Because if he changes clothes before we leave in the afternoon, sometimes he forgets to put his wallet back in his pocket. And so we go through this little checklist, and it's kind of funny because we're both getting old. And we just try to keep ourselves together. It takes two of us. So if you get up in the morning and you get dressed to lace up shoes, you feel better about yourself. You walk into the bathroom and you don't scare yourself because you look like your mama. And that scares me. So get up and get dressed to lace up shoes. That's our habit in March. Getting up and getting dressed to lace up shoes. But our habit for February is decluttering for 15 minutes every day. 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, 5 in the evening. I don't care if you just do 2 minutes. But get rid of something every single day. It really does work. It changes everything. Everything. When you're dressed, you're not going to be afraid to open the door if the UPS guy shows up. Our UPS guy came to the door the other day, and he had on shorts, and it was cold. We just laugh at Bubba. We just laugh at him. So, folks, I can't think of another thing, as Robert would say. Let me see if Patty's posted any more questions or Liz posted any more questions. Well, y'all have a good rest of the afternoon. Well, I never take my shoes off until after dinner and after I've taken a bath. And I put on I don't have lace-up house shoes, but I have house shoes that fit on my feet well. I'm reading some of your comments. Well, if you don't use a handbag, I have backup stuff in my handbag, and I have a little bitty handbag inside of my handbag that I can just carry this one little thing if I need to, because it holds everything I possibly need. I do have a backup battery pack in my handbag, which I had to use today because my phone didn't charge overnight, and that's my other problem for today. My phone is fixing to die because it has no charge on it. We're going by the skin of its chinny chin right now. Yep. Well, everybody stay warm. What's for dinner? That's always a good question to ask. What is for dinner? Lace-up shoes help everybody. What is the best way to include toddlers? You know, toddlers will do anything. They love the carpet sweeper, by the way. Have you seen the video of Liz's little girl do the carpet sweeper, and then she wasn't doing it quite right, and Mikey had to show her how? It was just adorable. Adorable. Let's see. I'm looking at all what's for dinner, making me hungry. Do you have a pair of shoes? Do you have a pair of shoes that you don't wear outside? I try not to let people wear shoes in the house since we live in sand. Oh, I hate sand. But you need a doormat. You really need a doormat, and maybe you need, where is my rubber scrubber? Did I drop it? Yep, I dropped it. Put a rubber scrubber at your front door and get people to brush their shoes off. But get one of those bristled mats that you can clean your shoes off, and teach your children how to clean their shoes off. And then have a rug at your front door, and then when you get sand and grit on that rug at your front door, you can use the carpet sweeper and get that stuff up. It's just that easy. When you've got a routine for doing things, you don't mind people wearing shoes in your house. I love you all. I will talk to you later. Go to a store that sells shoes. Whoever was talking about couldn't find a pair of shoes that fit your feet. Go to a store that sells shoes and get your foot measured properly. And then that way, try on some shoes and see if there's something you like, but get what your size is. Find out if you have wide feet. I have wide feet. I have a fat top part to my foot. And shoes just don't fit me well. Sometimes I have to get a man's shoe. Now, a man's shoe, like I wear a size 10 women's shoe. That's a man size 8 shoe. What's our motto for 2019? The cure for chaos is yours in 2019. Let's get some stuff done today. Let's start getting rid of that clutter. Mark it on your calendar. Put a big old smiley face for every bag you get rid of clutter. Have a whole calendar full of smiley faces. You can do it. Rub a sweep rug. That's an interesting idea. They're on BOGO right now. That is an interesting idea. But hey, it doesn't take much. Justin's got a video where he cleaned his shoes off with one of these things. Muddy shoes. There goes my dog barking. She's outside and it's cold. I gotta go get her. I love you all. Yes, we never have to spring clean. That's what our missions are all about. See you later.